just a few days before one of the most important #1 contender fights in the UFC. Caio Borralho takes on Nassourdine Imavov, and the buzz is already heating up. Everyone wants to know who's going to earn that shot at the new champ, Khabib Chimaev. Now here's where things get interesting. Both Caio and Imavov have trained with Chimaev, and according to multiple sources, Khabib absolutely ran through both of them in training. That little detail makes their potential title fight against him feel a bit less exciting compared to a fresh matchup with guys like Reinier de Ridder or Fluffy Hernandez. But of course, training and actual fights are two completely different worlds, so you can't write either of them off just yet. Now, when it comes to this matchup, most people are siding with Imavov. The general talk is that Caio hasn't really proven himself against top-tier talent. He's just quietly stacked up a win streak, while Imavov is seen as the more complete and dangerous fighter. Interestingly, Imavov's last opponent, Israel Adesanya, the man he knocked out, is actually backing Caio to win, and he broke down his reasoning in the latest video. Let's dive in.
Slight bad blood in this one. Stand-up wise, I'll give the edge to Caio from what I've seen, even though Imavov did finish me.
Why would you give the edge to Caio?
I like the way he strikes. I like the way he positions himself as a southpaw. He's always got his foot in the right place. He attacks well with the rear side attacks, the left hand, the left leg. So you just have to keep the same energy. Body kicks, good feints from Caio as well. He does have good feints, got good striking, and he can grapple well. Whoever has the edge on the grappling, I don't know. This is going to be a stand-up fight. I'm trying to think. Imavov, he has great timing, like when to attack. If he can catch Caio while Caio is either being lackadaisical later in the fight, or if he can catch Caio like he caught me while he's shifting, or while he's coming in. Because Imavov has this one where he ducks his head down and then just like shoots the right hand. I'll pick Caio for this fight, but I think it'd be, and also it's a well-matched fight, like I said, but I think it'd be edged out by Caio.
Lerone Murphy just gave fans the update they've been waiting for, the most likely date for his fight with Alexander Volkanovski. After that absolutely insane spinning elbow knockout over Aaron Pico, Murphy instantly became the favorite to get the next title shot, and honestly, the hype is real. He's still undefeated, he's got that slick technical stand-up, and he's coming off one of the nastiest knockouts we've seen this year. Now, in a recent appearance with Michael Bisping and Paul Felder, Lerone revealed that the Volk fight is looking like December in Las Vegas. That's right, end of the year, under the bright lights of Vegas. And he didn't stop there. Murphy said he's already been studying tape on Volkanovski, and he actually sees holes in Volk's game. According to him, he's already spotted errors, things he can capitalize on, and he made it clear he's not just showing up for a payday, he's coming in with the belief he can take Volk's belt. Volk himself has shown interest in this fight, staying true to his reputation as a champion who consistently seeks out the toughest challenges and never shies away from the biggest tests.
I'm a technician. I watch a lot of tape on guys, so I understand the flaws, and I'm already seeing holes in Volkanovski that I'm going to exploit.
Oh. Well, I'm not going to bother asking because you're not going to say them out loud, but it shows where your head's at, Lerone, and rightly so. So you're already doing the tape study. And I would assume, I mean, obviously we haven't got any inside info. We're not matchmakers or anything, but I would assume that you get the title fight.
Obviously, like you said, we always would love to get a finish, but you just got some of the fights you've got to fight smart in it, and I feel like I fight every fight differently. I got a performance of the night, bonus against Edson Barboza because I pressured, and I fight everybody differently. Like I said, I watch a lot of tape on guys, and I figure out how to beat them. So, a defensive performance against Josh Emmett, like one defensive performance, you can't really knock me for that.
Islam's longtime teammate and podcast host, Josh Thompson, just let something slip, and it's raising eyebrows. During a recent episode, Josh revealed private messages from none other than Khabib Nurmagomedov, where the Eagle expressed concern over Islam Makhachev's move to welterweight to face Jack Della Maddalena. That's right, while most of the MMA world sees this as a very winnable fight for Islam, Team Khabib isn't entirely convinced he'll win it with ease. And honestly, it tracks. Khabib himself, despite being dominant at lightweight and often talking about moving up to 170 with his father, never made that jump. Of course, his retirement followed the tragic passing of his father, but it's also no secret that back when Kamaru Usman reigned supreme at welterweight, Team Khabib wasn't exactly eager to chase that smoke. Now, things are different. The throne at 170 no longer belongs to a dominant wrestler, but to a slick striker, and that changes everything. After years of wrestling heavy champions at welterweight, it's only now when the top dog is a stand-up specialist that Islam's camp is making the move up. So while Islam may have the skills to get it done, make no mistake, Team Khabib is watching this one with a lot more caution than fans might expect.
Oh, at 34 years old though, like he understands that the time is coming, you know, and I think that he's somebody that also doesn't want to take a bad loss and be like, all right, look, I'm done.
Yeah.
Like he wants to just be able to kind of go out on his terms. I think if he loses, and plus he's only got one loss, you know, but bottom line is he has the one loss, and I think if he can get past JDM, I was texting with Khabib yesterday and he goes, this is going to be his toughest fight he's ever had for sure. And I said, yeah, he goes, you know, JDM is explosive. He's good. Like he's good on the feet. His takedown defense is not great, but his ability to get back up is phenomenal.
And he's big.
Yeah, and he's physically a big body. And Khabib was kind of just reiterating the fact that, like, look, I see him train with guys that are better than JDM, or feels that he's better than JDM, especially in the wrestling department. And Islam does just fine when he's not depleted. And I agree with that. You know, I've seen, you know, Islam go with guys that are 205 and just manhandle them.
Chael Sonnen touched on something that not many fans have been talking about, a potential super fight between Islam Makhachev and Shavkat Rakhmonov. And if Islam gets past Della, this one could be absolutely massive. First off, the stakes couldn't be higher. You're talking about two of the most dominant, calculated, and well-rounded fighters on the entire UFC roster. Islam's grappling control and relentless pace versus Shavkat's precision, composure, and pressure-heavy style. This fight would be massive. Islam is already a national hero in Dagestan and across the Caucasus. Shavkat has Kazakhstan behind him like a tidal wave, but beyond that, both are adored across Russia and Central Asia. You'd have the entire region tuning in for what could be the biggest all-Eurasian showdown in UFC history. Plus, there's the narrative. If Islam moves up and beats a killer like JDM, then takes on an undefeated welterweight monster like Shavkat, that's legacy-level stuff. This isn't just a dream matchup, it's a perfect storm. Skills, storylines, and massive fan bases all converging into one potential headliner.
Islam versus Rakhmonov is one of the more interesting fights you could make. Are you ready for that? I really mean that. In the entire UFC, it's not number one, but it's one of them. Islam versus Rakhmonov. That is one of the most compelling fights. Not just for outcome, not just because of records, not just because of what would be on the line. Actual stylistic. The crowd would wonder, who can hit who more? Who can kick the other one more? Who can shoot more on the other one? Who can hold up and have his energy? Like, there is no part of that we would have the answers to. We would question and wonder every single position of that fight. It would just be very fun. But if you do Shavkat versus Blal, now all of a sudden you find yourself in a 50% chance that you can't bring Rakhmonov out of that. And if you do bring Blal out of that, and we've already understood Blal and Islam is not going to happen, I think that you find yourself in a real spot.
That's it from MMA Psycho. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for daily MMA news.